we were just talking about, right, is like I be trying to put it in people's mind that this media platform is for us just having a different lens on what we doing, because everybody just be on dick shit trying to make it seem like we only doing a few things. So even like we were just talking about where Michael Beasley ball, but most people don't even know that Kevin Durant think Michael Beasley is ball. They just be on what the media say. But I'll be like, the media change who they like every fucking second. Did you see CNN clips the other day from the New Year's dropping?
No.
So they got, you know how every year they have the ball drop, and then they got like the split screen, and it'd be like the newscasters in different locations, and you know they give the news out and shit, and they got like the party in Times Square at the bottom floor and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like every year they had that shit. This year was fucking lit though, on some other shit where, you know, the newscaster Don Lemon.
Yeah.
So they had Don Lemon in New Orleans, drunk. Caught that nigga just being drunk, right? This nigga dancing, carrying on, talking about what y'all Negroes doing, saying Negroes on live television. Then they brought this woman on to the joint, and she put out this message that was like, "We not fucking no more broke dick in 2022." Got us looking crazy on live television in front of the whole world, and I'm just like, but y'all always want me to believe as a conscious, self-aware person that they not putting us up there on like that on purpose. Mm-hmm. They had the gay white man up there going off, but they don't never have themselves up there like that. They don't never have conservative white people on there talking about their shit. And we've all seen Wolf of Wall Street. We know everybody got some turn up in them. Mm-hmm. It's not to be discriminative that we all got our own shit going on or our ways of enjoying ourselves, but they always know that when the camera's on, that's the way that the world views them. Mm-hmm. It's not about being your true self at that time. So what do you do what's one thing that you're mindful of, like 2 or 3 things that you are always mindful of when you come on a camera that you would share with your audience?
I'm the only person telling my own story. Bro, I only live one time in this life, so it's like you always got to be mindful of what your story truly is. This stuff on my face?
Yeah, at the bottom. No, I got you. You good.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
stuff like that, though. Yeah. It's like, nigga would just let you just rock. You know what I mean? Like, I don't be for that.
No, there is some real shit, though. But is that specifically because, like you said, it's like, you said Skip Bayless thing about him hitting Kevin Durant up, and it's like KD can say, "Bitch, fucking Michael Beasley better than me though," but you ain't gonna talk about him.
You ain't gonna talk about that.
Like, so it's like even with Kyrie to me, and there's no hate to nobody, no shade to nobody, and pray I can talk to this man in the future because I know eventually, whatever I look, however way I look at shit. I feel like this video is going to be put out no matter if we post it or not because it's already somewhere in the database.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, what you always going to say, every shit get recorded. So I'm already hip to all that shit, bro. It's like, at the end of the day, I look at it like this, though. I don't understand what Colin Kaepernick is doing. You feel me? But somebody like Kyrie Irving to get picked on, he told niggas he wasn't gonna get vaccinated. He came back and they need people in the league, so now it's a part-time player. He's one of them now.
So tell me more about. I didn't catch that news. I don't know nothing about this.
So Kyrie, a part-time player in the league, since in New York you need a vaccination.
Right.
You can't play no home games.
Right.
But the Nets need that nigga to hoop.
Right.
Because they're number 1 seed.
And they paid him already.
You feel me? So he got his wish. He not vaccinated. He can still hoop.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
He coming back.
Ooh.
And now, it's not the Colin Kaepernick, but it's like he quit on football. So even if you being Colin Kaepernick out of football, how is people going to look up to you and find you if you became just an activist instead of doing what Muhammad Ali did. That nigga kept boxing.
Come on.
For Jackie Robinson kept playing.
Right.
Bro, that nigga quit.
That's where you got your fame from. That's where you get your attention from. More importantly, fuck the fame. That's where you get your attention from.
That's the thing. Is like, people want to talk about being political, but it's like, yeah, you let them chop the head off you, even though you saying that they didn't.
Politics is just a vehicle to get resources. It's not the actual resource. Mm-hmm. It's just a tool to get to the resources.
Ron showed us how to get a billy hoop and become an MVP. And
be a good dad. Stay off drugs.
Not get booked during.
Right, yeah.
Bro. He showed us that shit, and niggas still hate him.
For something.
He's still writing his story, though.
I'm happy you took LeBron right out of my head, where I was thinking about how even going back to the skip part, there was this meme I saw this one time where they were like, LeBron James' wife only posted LeBron 7 times this month. Skip Bayless posted him 18 times. And it's like, yo, and mind you, I'm not even like against Skip Bayless. He does his job pretty well. I'm not against him or nothing, but it's just interesting, like how you said, there's the people who make their own story, like you just said. You always worry you telling the truth of your story, versus people's job or story or truth is just trying to figure out somebody else's life. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not your truth. You don't know his life. Like, you don't understand what he's going through. Like, so that's just, I like how you said that. So that's one tip. You got any other tips as far as what to consider when being on a media platform? Because this is the kind of stuff I want to be able to show people so that they can take notes.
Be mindful of what you do.
In real life or on the camera?
Just exactly what you do.
Okay.
It's like, you got to think about it, bro. If you know you throw up gang signs, don't do that shit on camera. Like, it's not.
You wouldn't do it in front of the police, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, you feel me? It's kind of like, even you don't do that in front of your mama. It's like, you gotta be mindful of what you do. Yeah. Like, that's not personal. That's not trying to be fake. It's literally, bro, I like taking showers. That's something I do. I like brushing my teeth. That's something I do. Right. It's like coming here. That's something I like to do. Yeah. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. So it's like, if I know that I'm like, if I show somebody some numbers or I show somebody a deal, it's like, I know I did it. So why do I need to jump on camera and say,
hey, we're doing
to a record label, I'm hot. And it's like, I don't have to tell you I'm hot. I already seen what happened. Yeah. And it's kind of like, bro, it's kind of like being.
It's a nice coat too.
Thank you.
I just be peeping that shit.
Thank you. But it's like, bro, us being where we at in our life, it's like, bro, you came from Virginia. And this is around the time where I met you after the pop-up show and we really started hanging out and stuff. It's like, you know, somebody could have just told you that this shit wouldn't exist and you could have stopped. Yeah. And that happens from people like Skip Bayless. It's like, I love Skip because he does his job well. But somebody might read that tweet and say, yo, if they hating on LeBron like this, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to do it. Okay. And that made me think about Colin Kaepernick. Could you really play football and take that at the same time? Yeah. If you was scared of that failure, bro, that's why you probably quit. Right. And it's like, I can't do that with music. It don't even matter how tired I get. I don't quit this shit because I know people, they need this. They need me to be on this platform to literally speak my truth. They maybe can't get it through a t-shirt. Colin Kaepernick, he quit, bro. Kyrie didn't quit because he didn't say, yo, fuck basketball.
Colin definitely signed an NDA. It's public record. He can't even talk about what he got paid, what he didn't disclose. He legally signed a document saying he wouldn't even share it with us. He gave up his gifts. He gave up pretty much both. And it goes to a point just bringing it home to us, right? Because I still want to get a third tip from you, but I want to add this.
And no knock to my fact. No knock to Colin Kaepernick.
Right. We don't want to. That's a man, and you know what I mean. He shared the same life as us all. So
he really changed. He did help people, and he changed.
Absolutely.
Shit. But I'm just saying, from a person of
like your own personal accomplishments and success and value.
You got there with football. You feel me? That was the plan for you for God. Yeah, it got.
That doesn't mean football's more important than what he fought for. Yes. Like, we're not about to misconstrue what this means. It just means you shouldn't have sacrificed the thing that you love to provide for what maybe you were trying to provide for other people. It's not a necessary sacrifice. You could have kept that.
And that's why I love this platform, because it's like, yo, even with that being said, you understand. And that's all I care about, because it's like CNN be like, reason correct. Hates Colin Kaepernick.
Come on. Come on.
So it's like, bro, I watch stuff, I look at it, and like I go back to say, bro, it ain't me. Yeah. That's not what I do. So it's like, I don't care.
You dropped the gem earlier when we was off the camera, where it's like a lot of the time, and I never was able to word it this way, where a lot of the time people don't want to invest in doing business because they're not truly in belief of themselves, right? And it just goes even to whether it's your music or your product or your audience, even your own family, whatever it was, it's like you're not willing to make a risk in order to gain the reward of what you want from what it is that you say that you love. So I'll give an example, and I want you to build on that idea for everybody, where it's like, I used to be just out. I used to just be in the hood, bro. I used to just be in the hood and not really think that my story meant anything to anybody. I'm thinking like, I'm just a regular black guy with a single parent home and yada, yada, yada. But then it's like what you just said, sharing that story helps other people feel confident and proud of themselves too, because they probably was thinking like me, that no one really cares or no one really considers it that way. And I never really realized just some of the small stuff I say, or some of the little bits of courage, or even some of the fear or anxiety that I share, how much it like helps other people. Where is it at? Like, when did you start believing in yourself? Like, what was something that, because I think you talking about what made you believe in yourself could help people maybe consider those small moments more as far as what they believe in themselves about.
My kids, of course, but just not to like talk on that because many people don't have kids. You gotta know your beginning. So like my last show, remember I gave out the papers and it told like how.
You wrote it out like a paragraph on the paper.
So that's what it is. Different. It's just knowing that life was taken away from you at the beginning. So
you didn't know at the beginning. You had to grow a little older to even understand what that meant.
Tell that story.
Yeah,
you feel me? That's where it's at, and it's like I could have died. Like literally, I could be dead, and it's just like. I just got a second chance where I just lived. Which happened is like I died and came back. Yeah. You feel me? So it's like I look at those, and even within that story, I can sit here and say, yo, I believe in reincarnation. Mm-hmm. I can really sit here and say, well, maybe this is heaven. Because I don't look at my life as bad. Yeah, I go through shit, and that's why I say heaven and hell. So it's like, it's like life has the yin and yang. So when it comes to investing in yourself, investment isn't money, it's time. That's all it is. It's like, bro, $100 for you in this time frame is worth giving instead of spending this $100 on an Uber in a night where I'm gonna get drunk and probably robbed. Like that shit dangerous. Yeah. So if I know I'm coming to a place where somebody's wanting to pay me, they willing to keep me safe. Yeah. And people don't realize how important just time can be with even thinking about that thought. And then thinking about your money and saying, well, I'd rather give my money to this guy because he's thinking about this person like this versus this
bar or something. They don't care. Yeah, they don't
They try to kick me out before I even get in.
Yeah. Right, they don't even want to let you in the first place, right?
And then they throw you on the street where I can get robbed, raped, whatever. Yeah. Bro,
I never even think of it like that. Yeah, I haven't either. Bro, I gotta start carrying my business like that, where it's like, man, at the very least, you're investing in someone who cares about you. If you don't get tickets sold, if you don't like what happens, how many
opportunities? So I care.
I would care, right? I never even really, because I do, but I don't even expound on it like that. That's deep.
Bro, people don't think about what they do as humans.
Making me want to spend my money different now. Like, I don't feel so reluctant to like do it now.
It goes back to what we was talking about earlier. You had, like you said, you dropped the gem on me where you said, yo, at least you're not using this money for this. And it is people that I ask for bread, bro, and they help me. I look at that as an investment. I don't look at it and say, yo, I gotta hurry, I'm gonna owe this nigga back. It's an investment. Right. You gonna get your money back or you gonna get something
in return.
That's right. All. But I keep my
like if I died, that would hurt you. Right. That's real.
Because you ain't gonna get your money back. Damn. You're not getting the money back. That shit, you ain't gonna run
You'd want me to to be alive more than you want your little fucking $10 or whatever.
So I realized that, and it's like when somebody's greedy about like really, really not greedy over their bread, but bread is what they care
focused
about,
on it so much,
and they not really worried about like Kai somebody I really fucked with. I wrote him something, and he was like, "No problem, bro." Even Dior, same thing. Like they just wrote me and was like, "No problem," because when you go through moments like that, and it's people that you starting to grow and know, it's an important thing, because it'd be people at your shows that you just walk past, bro, that they really would. They'll buy 50 shirts off of you.
Yeah.
Just because they listening to your music, they understand that you got kids, they understand that you waking up every day, working hard, and then still putting time into something that many people don't really give a fuck about. Don't nobody care about my rap career, bro. Besides a handful of people that come to shows and really invest their time into streaming. That is a fact.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. I can see it because I go check my shit.
All right.
So it's like, don't try to lie to me and say that you like my personality. You don't. Just say you like what I look like.
Or whatever it is that you really do
You're
like.
attracted to.
Yeah, just keep it a being, right.
That's it. Because don't lie to me and try to make me feel good, because I'm aware. So that's going to make me feel bad.
Yes.
That's
because you're going to really wonder, like, is there something wrong with me that won't just let them tell me the truth? Why won't you just tell me the truth?
Or am I that great that you scared to tell me the truth because you scared of losing me?
Bang. Wow.
Bro, niggas be fucked up, bro. I don't hate people. I got love for
you made
people.
me just, like, it's like 5 people just flashed through my head right now where I was like, yeah, I think that is what it is, where it's like, man, maybe they won't just bless me up because they know a couple more of those might put me in a totally different orbit. That's crazy. Not even crazy. That's important information. That's important to know. Man, you hit me with a lot just now. So do you have a third tip? Like, you talked about investing in yourself. You talked about knowing your own worth. You know what I mean? You talked about your music. So what's like maybe a last tip as far as being on a media platform, or being like, what's something you could leave everybody with before we slide?
That you know, when you give your stuff to the media platform, the person that you connect with within that, or working with the establishment is the best thing you can do. So it goes back to what you
going to the source, kind of. Okay.
That's it. If you knew, it's kind of like going to your own hospital.
Right.
You know who's going to be the best surgeon inside the hospital. So it's like, if you know you're not a person that wants to deal with a media platform, but you have a friend, a legit friend, not no my cousin, sister, boyfriend, like a friend within the media source, add them to your team. You don't ever take away from them and say, I'm going to hate on this nigga. It's like, nah, this person can specifically help
hide
me.
my face. Like, I get what you're saying.
Like, bro, if I literally say, yo, for a year, we doing promo, but can you blur on my kid's face? You will actually do it. It's
That's
some
deep.
CNN wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Not if it benefited them not to.
It's going to benefit them because it's my kids.
My kid, damn.
It's my kids. If I gave them a word and say, yo, don't do that.
Because everybody want to know what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Michael Jackson did it, and niggas was killing him.
Yeah.
Now they covering up baby faces with masks today.
Right. With Matt. Ugh. Come on.
They even named his kid Blanket. He ain't named him that. They start calling his kid Blanket.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Bro.
I thought he really named him that. Like you said, the media too. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I still got some stuff to learn my damn self. I thought that was really their bull name. That's weird.
Blanket.
Like, what?
You think he really said, yo, this kid is called Blanket?
I would have hoped not, but they were adding to, like, the idea that he's not mentally stable. Like, because I was being fed that so much that I started believing it. Like,
it was 50 million people taking pictures, and just because I can't see their face, you doing something wrong. Yeah. That's evil, bro. Yeah. That's some evil shit. You show me your kid face, or I'm going to say you hateful.
I remember one other point that I was thinking of. You were like, this is just a funny little tidbit. Like you were talking about, you didn't want to use your kids as an inspirational moment to knowing your worth, so you changed it to something different.
Mm-hmm.
But not even. But I was watching this movie the other day, and the dude was like, "I never cried." It was the movie Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio that just came out, and he was talking about he was like telling a part of the movie where he was saying, "My dog died and I was super sad," and when I shared that clip moment, like I started talking about it with a friend, they had laughed and said he had 3 kids in that movie. Like his dog dying was more impactful to him than his children being born. So I think we can still relate to what you know what I mean, with you being a parent, because it's like some people are parents and don't relate with being parents. I was just talking about it this morning. It was like some people just say fuck it. They don't even take care of their kids. They just be like, that's too much. I don't want to deal with it.
What you just said,
yeah, hell yeah.
The don't look up part, right? Even when he said about his kids, right? Did they show his kids in the movie?
Barely.
But
they did though, yeah.
But think about a human. You think that man don't give a fuck about his kids?
Sometimes things don't gotta be said. I get what you're saying. Sometimes
but it's gonna be that person that look
into it so deep. I get what you're saying, because when I shared it, I didn't think of it that way, but that's why I thought it was funny. Because they were just joking about it, but it's like you said, why do we look into things that way? Like because he was hurt about his dog, that gotta mean he don't care about his kids. Damn, that's real.
Because think about it, bro.
It's like I'm just talking. I'm laying in bed talking. Like I'm just chilling. Right? It's not.
This is something that I know I'm not getting back.
Right. Yeah.
Literally, like
Didn't you have a cat like that? You recently, yeah, right. You say you really own one, right?
So it's like even with friends and people that pass, it's like, bro, you get one of them. Yeah, you can get the spirit in other people, but it's like physically, nobody else gonna look like or say the things that they, man, shit. So it's like the only thing I can drop before like you do whatever is this. People have the daily look in the mirror and understand who they are and exactly what they do. Because if you don't, you're going to be living a life of somebody else's life. Yesterday was the first time I was holding my kid. I was looking at her eyes, look at something else. And I was like, what the fuck? She was staring at Star clean out the bottle because she knew she was about to get something inside the bottle. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo.
It's my learning. She learning. Damn.
Bro, that shit got me. I was looking at that shit like, she's staring, knowing what's about to happen. And I just kept looking at her eyes and looking at things for like a good 10 minutes straight. And then it showed me some new shit. Because you be like, we'll hold a kid but not care about what the hell.
Yeah, you're just trying to take care of them. You doing your duty, not looking at their duties.
Got a conscience.
Conscience, like, right.
Oh shit. Like, she know what she doing. She need to learn and understand how to communicate. And like, yeah, bro, like parenting, niggas know my parenting, man. I love being a parent. I ain't taking away from none of my kids. I love both of them. But it's like, besides that, people that can't relate that because some people don't ever want to be parents.
Facts.
So
that other gym was for them. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's crazy, but it's reality. And that's how shit is, but media is the key in order if you want to be a rapper, singer, any type of art, any type of business, any type of anything. If you have a media team behind you, you're able to tell a story, and the story your way, because that's the key of life. You got to tell your story. Whenever life is recreated again, my story going to be a part of the world.
Can't take it away now, right?
Bro, I'm here.
Yeah, right. Y'all already know what time it is, man. God damn. That was a